Chris and Paul present This Is the Topic. It's the adventures of two lifelong friends as they explore a new topic each episode. Join the guys for music and fun, and if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done.
Music?
I'm your announcer, Michael Foster. Now, here's Chris and Paul with This Is the Topic.
Thank you, Foster. Number 21.
Wow. Our show is
Chris.
old enough to drink.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's going on?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm just excited. I love this show because I never know what it's going to be.
Well, it's where we pull a topic, and
Right.
we get a lot of cards and letters.
Cards and letters.
Yeah. And
wow,
this,
both.
this one, in response to our last week's episode of
Languages. I remember
it's
that.
in a language I don't even understand.
Oh, wow.
Paulo and Cristofano.
What?
And I don't understand the rest of it. It does say Stamingetes. So, thank you.
I don't know.
That's
What?
our international listeners. We appreciate that.
I'm sure it was complimentary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you ever figure out what that meant?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'll do a little more research.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just putting away all the cards and letters I get.
I can't
Mostly
believe how many
cards,
we get.
which is weird.
Yeah, cards. I don't know. I guess our listeners, Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of listeners, we've got somebody dropping into the show here.
We don't do this very often, but we actually have a guest.
Wow. Who's our guest?
You want to introduce him, Chris?
Yeah, we've got Jack all up in your face.
Yay. Hi,
You
Jack.
guys all know him from the week review and all of his spot-on observations, witty banter, sports reports, all of that stuff, right?
Everything and anything and everything is what I cover.
Oh, that's great, man. So what brings you here tonight, Jack?
I'm just dropping by. I left my check here that Mac left for me.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw that you guys were here in studio, and I figured, I'd give you my presents, make you guys happy.
Oh, God, thank you so
Well, then
much.
you're going to have to participate with us. What we do here on this show is that Chris grabs that sack right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm gonna hand it to Jack.
Does the sack have a name? Is it like purple sack?
It's the purple magic sack.
The purple magic sack. Okay. You're going to hand it to me?
Yeah, grab my sack.
Okay.
And
I got your sack.
we're going to pull out a topic, and then we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Is the topic already pulled, or am I
Drum
pulling
roll.
it?
You're
okay.
pulling it right now.
Oh, man. This is weird.
You've
Not-
never had anyone pull a sack.
No.
I got it.
No.
Okay, excellent.
I normally pull my own topic.
The topic for
And
tonight is...
the topic is things they were into. What games did you play as a child? What kind of hobbies did you have when you were
don't
growing
read them
up?
all.
Oh.
He doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
We've only done
what
this
a
for 21
fan of the
times.
show, Jack. Jeez.
Now, this will be an interesting because of the generational difference.
Yes.
I guess
It's
when
like-
they said what things they were into, it's like what we were into.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it would be interesting because it'd be like three generations. It'd be the older generation of Chris, the middle of me, and then Jack, the younger one.
aren't you older?
I'm not.
think you're-
No, I'm much younger than Chris.
Okay.
So it's a generational difference that
Okay, I got
we've
it.
gone through.
That's going to be interesting. Wow. This is weird,
Yeah.
too, for me not reading the topic. I don't even
You
know what
wanna
Jack's
read the-
going to ask.
Okay, just read the first question.
I ask the questions. Okay.
Yeah,
But
Thanks
you
for-
also participate.
Okay, I understand.
I know.
Okay.
You go to Central. You don't get it. But thanks a lot for listening. I mean, I appreciate that, too, for understanding what's going on.
What?
It's high concept.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
What games did you play as a child?
Chris, you want to start?
Yeah. I did a lot of board games. I specifically remember Husker Du. Sorry. Did you play Husker Du?
Unfortunately, I played it with you.
Okay, it was so much fun.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what Husker Du is.
See, young kids. Battleship,
I know what
Stratego.
I know what Sorry is. I know what Battleship is. I don't know what Stratego is.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Cream the Biscuit?
I'm big on that.
Now, I played, I remember Candyland and Monopoly.
Yeah.
And Sorry.
Oh, yes. Loved Sorry.
Yeah.
That
That was a Pop-O-Matic game.
in my time of living, I've never played a game of Monopoly because nobody ever wants to play it because it's super long.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a long one, yeah.
It is a long one.
Do you remember playing board games growing up, Chad?
The only times I played board games growing up, and this is before I got my Xbox or anything like that. So before I got into the tech stuff, because you guys know from if you listen to the week review, I'm a big tech guy.
Oh, yeah.
I used to play a lot of board games with my grandmother.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Card games and board games. I used to play with her and my grandfather. Mostly games like Sorry. I used to play a lot of Go Fish. I think we played Battleship every now and then.
Strip poker?
Yeah, we played poker. I won a lot of money from them.
Cool.
So yeah, for the first 10 about 10 years of my life, I always played board games exclusively with my grandparents.
So kids are still playing board games.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't think so.
And then here comes the downer part of it.
I don't think so.
You did when you were a kid. I
right,
did when I was a kid.
you're
I'm
right.
not doing it anymore.
Yeah, but when I was that age, I didn't have an iPhone in my hand. Kids that
I
are that
see.
age now, I don't think board games are as prevalent as they are now, or as they were now.
Yeah.
What about card games? You're in college. Do kids play cards in college?
So, people play a lot of poker.
Uh-huh.
That's all that I've seen. I've never seen one game of spades.
No spades, no hearts.
Never seen nothing.
Okay.
What other, is that question specifically about board games or just games?
It is, what games did you play as a child?
Here's something I've noticed.
So I would go off of, like, board games. Maybe you, like, I know you had a history of playing with your brothers, doing superhero stuff and stuff like that. Maybe you went to the arcade or something.
If you go, Jack, you wouldn't know this because you're not old enough to drink, but if you go to, like, the new craft brew pubs, a lot of them have board games sitting out.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's kind of fun to go sit in a place, have a beer, and just play games with people.
You know what? You need to go see a meeting. Any excuse for you to go have a drink?
No, it's more
I'm
about
not
the
drinking.
games.
I'm just doing a board game, dear.
Yeah.
I think nostalgia is huge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you can go in somewhere and you'll see Sorry, and you haven't played it since you were 8, and you have your buddies.
Oh,
and
you
guys
just
don't do
get all
anything else.
giddy and
you're just like,
yeah.
hey, yeah, we're gonna go play Sorry right now.
Oh,
you don't have an
so
option.
fun.
Now, when I was a kid, my father owned a video arcade place.
Called Big Mamas.
That's right.
Called Big
Oh.
Mamas.
And so, you could play some Centipede. You could
That's
play some
fun. Yeah.
Sprint Car.
Now,
you could
were
play
you-
some Pac-Man.
Now, were you a big arcade person?
Yes.
You
From
were?
that point, I was.
Okay.
What was
And-
your favorite games or game?
I think probably Pac-Man.
Okay.
Or Ms. Pac-Man. I was woke.
You're
back
not
then.
sexist.
You're woke.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so it's just funny to think about how exciting it was. You can go get yourself up to Big Mama's or even Pizza Inn and get have yourself some
Pizza Inn.
some asteroids.
Yeah.
And how great it was and how cool it was. But now on your phone is a better quality game
Oh, yeah.
than they ever had.
Yes.
Though what I will say, I think if you ask anybody born from probably 95 and to now, I think the most influential game on all of us
Fortnite.
no, it's probably Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft's the number one selling
Yeah,
game in
kids
the
play
world.
that.
Yep.
It,
yeah.
Super hype and popular in 2013, kind of going down in 2016. And now it has a huge spike and it's a lot more popular. So it's actually coming back. A lot of people are loving it. I think if you were to ask, some other kids, like a game that's super influential. Sorry, I don't know. Probably Minecraft's going to be a big one too.
So did you play video games a lot, Chris?
When I was a little kid, I had an Atari 2600, which was their second model. I had an Odyssey system. Even before that, I don't know if you remember these, but they used to have these little handheld games like by Coleco. It would be football and
yeah, I had a
basketball.
football game.
Just
I
little
loved it.
red dots on there. And I would play that for hours because
yeah.
I'm a moron.
Right.
And I'm easily entertained.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say most, at least my generation, we all had like Nintendo DSs, like super tiny
yeah.
ones that we'd always throw in our backpacks or pockets, and always in the back car playing our games.
Yeah.
They always came in the little chips. So
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe, but I didn't have an iPhone when I was a kid.
Yeah, me neither.
They
Really?
haven't been around as
No.
long as you would think they were.
Yeah.
And as youthful as I am. So what other question we got, Jack?
it's what kind of hobbies did you have when you were growing up?
I mean, how many... These questions that I found.
Yeah.
They've asked us hobbies like 18 times.
They have.
We have a hobby. We put together podcast, okay? But as a
But
kid...
what about kid hobby? That's a little bit different.
I-
That's a unique twist.
comic books and all things superheroes is what I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to have hobbies and I realized I wasn't a hobby kid. I tried stamp collecting.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah. My dad took me to the post office and we bought a kit, and then I would go to was it KB Toy and Hobby Haven
Hobby Haven,
out at the mall, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get into building models, and I hated it. And then, hey, I'm going to paint pewter characters for Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Were you a Dungeons and Dragons guy?
I tried. Yeah, I tried to make it a hobby.
I've played it a couple times.
It's fun.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Sorry.
It's
Now,
fun.
what was your hobby as a kid, Jack?
Growing up, I never had like a Switch as something that I was super interested in until I watched a YouTube video explaining how computers are made. Now, obviously, I was a dumb, broke kid. I couldn't put them together, but I was very, very obsessed with watching videos about how people are putting computers together and what they can do and stuff like that, which is where the start of how I just got into everything. And
That's how we got Tech Jack.
Yep,
but
that's how we got Tech Talk.
I would say that is the first thing I've been super interested in, always wanting to know what's going on about.
Now, would you guys consider your experience in Boy Scouts a hobby? Because you both of you are Eagle Scouts.
Correct.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a hobby. I would just call it something to do.
It's a program. It's I don't. To me, a hobby is
Very
more
traumatizing program.
and I'm probably looking at hobbies incorrectly, but to me, hobbies are more like individual oriented. Like, this is something I'm really into on my own. But Boy Scouts is a big group activity.
Yeah.
But then I know people that are into RC cars and planes and things like that, and it becomes a group activity. But you're building your car by yourself.
I was just saying, there's also some people that probably did the Boy Scouts or the Cub Scouts, and they love that Klondike or the derbies, wooden cars.
Pinewood derbies.
That's what's Pinewood.
Climb out bars is what my hobby was. what other questions?
Our next question is, what cartoons or shows did you watch when you were a kid?
Yeah, I mean, it was Super Friends, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Super Friends, that's it.
Underdog was a huge favorite of mine.
Yes, that was great. Underdog. And, they had Scooby-Doo. I didn't care for it, but...
Yeah. I liked the Flintstones for a while, but it does not hold up over time. It's terrible.
It really is terrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Have you noticed they talk about the Flintstones in media like it was so groundbreaking, so great?
It wasn't.
It stunk.
It was not good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the Jetsons were any better.
Yeah. Well, at least it was fun.
Yeah.
They were just doing
It made your imagination go.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I knew that was coming.
When it comes to shows, I was a big Disney Channel person. Their little live action kid shows that they always put together. I was a huge Disney Channel person. I also liked a couple of the cartoons on Cartoon Network. Like I loved Titans. And this other show called Chowder, which I don't know why I liked it. It's a really bad show. But
You were probably a little bitty kid at the time. Bear in the Big Blue House was a thing. Do you remember that?
Oh, my daughter loved that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. This
I
guy.
might-
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a guy over here.
Sorry.
Now, I know everyone's going to be listening to the week review next week, but I am going to give a long commentary on the reboot of the Banana Splits.
What?
They're making it into a horror movie. I didn't want to go into it now, but I love that show
that's
as
a good
kid.
tease. I did too. Yeah. All those Sid and Marty Krofft shows were interesting.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah. They
And
had
unique
to be
and
high as a
different.
kite
Yeah.
when they made those shows.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. What fads or interests were you really into when you were younger?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a mood ring. Okay, I had a pet rock. I had a pet rock. Sure. And the biggest thing was that my dad owned a country bar, so it was during Urban Cowboy days.
Oh,
I had a
yeah.
hat, cowboy hat. They had an electronic bowl. I rode one time. I was scared of it at the time, but that was a fad that the adults were in, but I thought was cool. Of course, skating, roller skating. Is that a fad? It was kind of disco
No,
time.
I wouldn't consider that a fad because that's still a thing now. People still love going and doing that.
Yeah, and I know, Chris, you wore a lot of Jordache jeans.
Well, I will go back to jeans. I remember wearing these big bell-bottom jeans
Yeah,
that
me
were a
too.
fad at the time.
Yes.
And I had to carry a big, like a string or a rubber band with me to tie my bell-bottom up when I'd ride my bike because it would get caught in the chain.
Well, and also, you wanted to get rid of your chain protector because that was kind of dorky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Only the wuss kids
Right.
had chain protectors.
Right. And then I get my bell bottom stuck in there.
So stupid. God.
I think the only real fad that like took my generation by storm, and I wasn't into it. I didn't have a lot of things I was into. My
Minecraft would be one.
Okay, I guess but I was thinking more things like kids with like silly bands, like those rubber bands that were in the shape of something. Every kid had them. They would wear hundreds of them on their wrists.
Yep. My daughter just bought some.
She did?
They were they are Kardashian silly bands. And she got like 10 of them for like $15 or something. Just a ridiculous price.
Wow.
For little, and you wear them and you're not going to know they're Kardashian bands.
No, because they're so wavy, whatever on your arm. And then then it's like, oh, what silly bands do you have? And people used to trade them and do all sorts of other things. Something else that kids don't do anymore? That was a kind of a fad. Nobody really trades candies on Halloween anymore.
Oh.
People would go, they dump all their candy out on the floor and goes,
yes.
Yeah, I'll give you this for
we
that.
did that too.
Yeah.
I don't think we
did
that
it
anymore.
in my house, like me and my sister, but
Yeah.
I didn't do it with other people so much.
Yeah,
I used to do it with my buddies when I went with them, and then I don't think they do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because
candy's not good for you anymore.
It's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's not woke.
That is true. But,
Any other question on our hobbies?
I think we're clean.
Is it hobbies? What's the name of the topic?
It's things they were into. So
things they were into.
Things you were into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was interesting, having Jack here.
It was interesting, yeah. We've had a lot of good shows. I don't know, this one with the addition of Jack may be the best.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, we appreciate
I'm happy to be here. I'm about to go embark on a second year of college.
Wow, who'd have thunk?
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
So that's it.
This is The Topic has been a KCTK production, produced by Chris Whiting and Paul Lavoda. All rights reserved. For more information and content, email us at kctkradio@gmail.com. I'm your announcer, Michael Foster.